We're back in your arts into gear. It is a Tuesday morning, Glassblowing.
Hello, Brad.
What's
We're
going
here.
on, mate?
We made it.
Are you dry?
I am dry.
Are you
dry,
high and dry?
A little bit high and dry, yeah.
Okay, maybe
But
a
we
bit
made
too
it.
much information, but anyway.
But we're glad. And I have got Kimberly with me today.
Oh, yes.
High and dry.
Yes, I'm all good. So thanks for having me today, Glenn.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for coming on. Now, we've got Kimberly here because Kimberly does the weekly life drawing sessions up in the new, what was the old Pumpyard, which is now the Stoney Creek Brewery.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and you've been doing this for a while now?
For only about 5 weeks now.
Oh, wow.
So I started in January this year.
Yeah.
I started these classes purely because I wanted to do a weekly life drawing class myself.
Yep.
My background, I have some arts training in my background, and we used to do weekly life drawing, which was just such an amazing practice.
Where did you used to do that?
That was down at Swinburne in Melbourne. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, so a long time ago, about 20 years ago.
Oh, geez.
I'm a little
Okay.
rusty, and that's why I thought if I have a weekly practice, it's
Yeah.
just really good to get back into drawing. And so I was looking around. There was there's really wonderfully, there's one Sunday one at Banshees.
Yes.
And I often couldn't make Sundays.
That's
so I
only
thought,
once a month.
once
though,
a
isn't it?
month, yeah. And so I thought I needed a weeknight one. So in the end, I was like, I'll start some classes myself.
Wow.
So I've hired some professional models who do. If you don't know what life drawing is, it's
Yeah, we probably should explain that,
it's-
shouldn't we? For
yeah.
the non-artists out there.
It's not artist. It is figure drawing. So you have a nude model who holds poses ranging from about 1 minute to about 20, 25 minutes. And so they hold a still pose for you where you can draw and try and capture the image. And usually, quite commonly, you use charcoal and butcher's paper just to quickly get drawings out.
So it's more very experimental and
Yeah.
practicing and exercising, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit of mindfulness practice in a way.
Yeah, because you don't get to think. You've got 1 minute.
No,
Go for
no.
it. Yeah.
So I've started doing them on Wednesday evenings from 6 till 8 p.m. So it's
Yes.
in the events room at the Stoney Creek Brewery.
Yep.
So there's a wonderful, beautiful space. That building, if you haven't been there, is just gorgeous. So you've got the beautiful
it's
red
phenomenal
bricks,
building. Yeah.
high ceilings. The space is beautiful
Great
for
beer.
models. Yeah. And that's the good part about this. You can buy beer, a glass of wine, bottle
And the
of
more
wine.
beer you drink, the better the drawing gets.
That's really fun. We get more relaxed. And how the...
You haven't had an application from Glenn Smith.
I have had 2 people email me to model, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is one of
some
them
kids-
Glenn Smith?
No.
Not yet. Not
That
yet.
went straight to the junk file. Yeah.
Look, all bodies are welcome. So this is
the
where
rounder the better, actually, Brad.
I agree.
Because you actually got lines and you're looking at the shapes. So
Yes.
you don't want these little skinny people
No.
that
Just
nothing
selling
to
the
draw.
concept.
there's curves. Curves are great to
Curves
capture.
are better.
You
Curves
want,
are great.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just get the different lighting and everything. So, how the class then runs is the first hour. We generally do short poses.
Yeah.
So they range from about 1 minute, 5 minute, 10-minute ones. We have a break in the middle so people can get another drink, go to the
Something to eat.
bathroom, something to eat. Yeah, so have people, you can put your order in when you arrive and then your food's ready right at 7. Have
like-
something to eat, and then we do 2 long poses at the end. So if you've kind of warmed up with your drawings, you might get some good quality paper out and really try to get some more finished pieces, but that's not the goal.
But the good thing is, too, you don't have
Yeah.
to be an experienced artist or drawer to do this. And
No.
in fact, I do life drawing sessions and I don't, that's not my thing. I'm more still life artist.
Yeah.
But it's such great practice.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's the tradition in fine arts training from centuries ago.
Yes. Yeah.
Have always looked at the figure and the nude model, and I think because as visually we sort of know how a figure should look. So when we do draw, if we're drawing a leaf or something, you can kind of pass it off going, yeah, that looks great. When we draw an arm or a leg or a torso, you kind of go, something's not quite right.
Yeah.
And so we have a visual awareness of it. So when we draw, it's a really good way to train. But also, you don't have to get it perfect. You can just get a real gestural feeling.
Yep.
The models bring really different energy. A lot of them have acting and performance backgrounds.
Oh, okay.
So some bring great performance poses, which they hold for you, and it's got really great energy in the poses too. So that's really exciting.
How long have you been drawing for? Just
I would like to say a long, long time, but I haven't been drawing much for the last 20 years, and I want to get back into it. So,
and this is a great way of getting back into it.
So I
And
did
it's
have a
so
few
good.
years, probably about 5 years. I was, quite a regular practicing artist, and now I was like, I've got that artistic bug again, and I need to start doing
get
it.
into this.
And I know life drawing was just a real game changer for me
Yeah.
when I was drawing in the past. So
And it's such, and it's actually it's only $25 per person or $20 concession, which is actually really quite cheap
Yeah.
for a live drawings. And it's, 2 hours?
2 hours.
That's only like, $12 an hour. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I made it as cheap as I
Yeah.
possibly could because I want to make it as accessible as I can.
Yeah.
So if people want to come every week, they're more likely to be able to afford it.
Yep.
If you want to pop in and try it and you not want to risk, $40,
Big-
$50.
$500 for a course and then realise
Yeah.
is terrible. No.
or you have to sign up for 10 classes.
10
you can just pop
classes,
into
yeah.
one or you can come
Yep.
to all 10 through the term.
Do you have to book or is it just turn up?
It'd be great if you book ahead.
Yeah,
So I have a
which
Humanitix
is on
link.
here. It's on the
Yes.
bottom, down the
Yep,
bottom.
on the
of
bottom here.
And Brad will have it on the bottom of the...
Will I?
Yes, you will.
All right.
Okay,
all
good.
right.
But this is
Fantastic.
awesome. And
And there's also leaflets around
see.
at cafes around Ipswich,
Yeah.
so you can pick one up.
beginners welcome. Says it
Yes,
right there.
yes.
And I think
can't
that's
see
great
it.
because you've... Oh, well, it is there. Can you see it? Can you see
On
it
the
now?
flyer.
It's on the flyer. But I
right.
think that's the best... The really good thing about these things are so good for beginning artists
Yes.
because... you're not pressured to create a masterpiece.
No.
It's just about getting there and giving it a go,
Yeah.
looking at light and shade and lines and how it all works
Yeah.
together and the compositions and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's a great stepping stone
And
for
most
artists.
people want to
Yeah.
share as well. So when they've done the drawings, we all look around and
Look around
share
and
and
see-
see different styles.
See all the things that
And
are
it's
happening.
really lovely. It's a great little social thing
Wonderful.
too.
Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah.
And that's every Wednesday night at the Stony
Creek
Stony Creek
Brewery.
Brewery.
Creek Brewery.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it was
written
the
right in
Pumpyard.
front of you.
Oh, geez.
Six-
I'm an
yes.
old horse, old habit. But, mate, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks
And,
for having
yeah,
me. And
definitely.
I welcome anyone if you've got an arts background or you're a beginner,
Please,
sign up
yeah.
and give it a go.
You don't need an arts background. Just
No.
turn up and
Yep.
have fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Hope to see
thank
more
you.
of you there.
Welcome.
Definitely.
Thank you for coming in. We're coming back for part 2.
Oh, we got to talk about popcorn.
All right. All right.
And Mark's exhibition. We definitely got to come back.
All right. We're coming back for part 2 as we get your arts into gear on a Tuesday morning on West Bremer.
Check Air Conditioning is excited to announce they are now offering electrical works. From general electrical repairs and service upgrades to ceiling fans, smoke alarms, power points, and so much more. And don't forget, we are also still your go-to name for all things air conditioning. Check Air Conditioning has been your trusted family-owned and operated air conditioning specialist for over 25 years. And now, let them look after your electrical needs. To book your free air conditioning or electrical quote, visit chekair.com.au. Quote conditions apply.
We're back getting your arts into gear on a Tuesday morning on West Bremer Radio with Glenn Smith.
Brad, how are you, mate?
Good.
It was a
good.
big weekend.
Yes.
Big weekend.
Well, after everything else opened up because there's no cyclone anymore, so that's good.
right.
And there's no flooding anymore.
No,
so
no
that's
flooding.
good.
And it was really good. You know, the gallery and everything's all reopened, so
Yep.
everything's back to normal. We did miss out on...
You're back to normal.
Well, we didn't get to see Jacqueline Hyde. It got
No.
postponed, so I was really
I
disappointed
know,
about
no
that.
one found
but
out
it's
my
back
mad follow spot skills.
on. But you're going to do it in May because it's back on.
Listen, I did say to Adrian, sign me back up. So.
Oh, okay. You realise it's probably like cancelled. I saw your name down.
Absolutely.
But it's back on, so thank goodness.
Yeah.
But I did get to see Popcorn,
yes.
which was the last night on Saturday night.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Mate, it was pretty good.
Now, we had a bit of a chat about this.
We did have a
and
chat. It was out there. It was very dark and a lot of swearing and a lot of innuendos.
So I imagine you'd really like it.
I loved it. I thought it was great. But I do understand they lost a whole audience one night.
Oh.
Yeah. But in saying that, it was a Ben Elton production. Very well
Amazing.
acted.
Yeah.
Very well acted. But as soon as you see
It's
the word
not
Ben
everyone's
Elton,
cup
you
of
know,
tea.
come
You're
on.
in,
you
yeah,
know.
it's gotta be good.
It's going to be scary. But yeah, that was very good. So it's a shame. Looking forward to the next exhibition. But talking... Next show.
Yeah.
But talking about exhibitions, still on at the Community Art Gallery is Mark George with his Thank You
fantastic.
Ipswich Glassblowing exhibition. Amazing. You got to get down there and check it out. It's just
Beautiful
incredible.
colours in the
Yep.
glass, aren't they? It's just they're
Incredible.
stunning pieces and quite affordable if you like collecting
Very
artwork
well.
too.
Actually, the sales were amazing.
Yeah.
He's done really well in sales, and what I love about it, he's actually thanking the community because it was through the Ipswich arts community, and we've been talking community.
Yeah.
That he got the confidence to go ahead and do some master classes. He got into master class at the Canberra Glassworks
So impressive,
and
yes.
Adelaide, which is very impressive. And this is what's come of it. He's got this amazing exhibition on.
Yeah.
And he's had people, drop in from, I can't say from where, but from various other galleries and things just by
good.
chance.
Yeah.
So there's some other really good opportunities to come from this. So
How good.
Absolutely.
so
There's
it's
been people as
amazing.
far as like even Redlands and everything have
Yeah.
come through, and I was like, it's so impressive.
it's amazing. Yeah. So, but we had some. Well, they were actually looking for the main gallery, couldn't find it. So that's why
Hidden away.
hidden away. But that's why it's always good when I used to do the exhibitions at the community gallery. They come in and they go, well, I'm not telling you where it is until you look at our exhibition, and then they go, yeah, it's just there.
Next to it.
It's right there. But yeah, you still look at ours first. So that's really great. So
Yeah.
I'm very, very impressed for him. I'm very
Good.
happy. So yeah, I'm very excited.
And you can
So-
still get to it
Yes,
this weekend.
it goes right up to Sunday.
Yeah.
So get in there, heaps of time to
Yeah.
drop in. Open 10 to 3 daily from now to Sunday. So please drop in and see it because it's really worth dropping
Yeah,
in. And
we'll
have a
put the
look.
links to the other
Lots of
podcasts
red
below
dots
as well
Yeah,
for
lots
that
of
one.
red
Yes.
dots, lots of sales.
Got to get in there and get
Yeah,
something.
everyone's getting glass from me for Christmas. I'm telling you that.
Look,
Yeah,
they're
so
very
it's
lucky.
like-
They're beautiful.
Maybe
Oh,
we should
very
do our
good,
end
yeah.
of year awards out of glass.
Well,
yeah.
in all
get your arts
honesty,
into
if
gear
Ipswich,
awards.
if the Ipswich Council's listening, the Ipswich Art Awards every year uses Ipswich artists,
Yeah.
to make the art awards. I think this year it was Jacob Sarah, then there used to be Jane Durand, and they've had Jennifer Kent,
Yeah.
all making, the
Award.
awards.
Yeah.
Hey, wouldn't one be great out of glass?
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Be better than the bowl I got one year. But I'm not letting that go. 3 out of 4
No
being pretty
comment.
good.
3 out of 4.
Well,
You're
I always
happy with the
say
other ones.
The Jane Durand pottery one was phenomenal, and I really would have loved the Jennifer Kent boomerang, but didn't win that year.
Oh.
Got to win
Didn't
this
win
year,
last
then.
year either. Yeah, but look, there's heaps on. So, and there's going to be heaps still happening. So get on down to that. Next week we'll talk about some other adventures.
I hope we
I
do.
could have- I could
I
have
hope
some-
you're coming back in next week.
Well, I could have some big news next week.
Ooh.
Big news,
Oh.
maybe. So
Got to
stay
tune
tuned.
in now.
Yes.
What sort of big news?
Well, if I told you now, it would be no point telling you next
I know,
week.
I'm just trying to get a scoop.
Well, it is a scoop. You will be the first.
This is no fun. All right, we'll catch you next week. Let's go!
Okay, see you, Brad. Thank you, Kimberly, for coming
Thanks,
in.
Brad. Thanks, Glenn. It was great to be here.
We'll be back getting your arts into gear next week. More of the Brekkie Club in a moment. Stay with us.